Hi guys. Hi, this is Jerry. I'm coming to you from Rythmia in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. I just want to let a minute for traffic to build. I want to say hi to some people, and I want to say this that at any time throughout this broadcast, if you want to share this, please do me a favor and press your share button so that other people can get the benefit of finding out what it is we do down here in Costa Rica. Hi, Jane. I just want to, hey, Cheryl. I just want to talk a little bit about what we do first. This is Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Costa Rica. Hi, Claudia. And what we do here is a unique type of healing. This week we had Greg Braden as a guest speaker here, and it was an amazing time. We had about 70 folks here and had just wonderful, wonderful deep healings. And what makes us a little bit different, just real quickly about me, I'm an ex-business guy. I was a multi-millionaire. I sold my last company for $94-ish million. In real money, I was a real millionaire. I was terribly unhappy. I was suicidal. I wanted to end my life. I was done. It was over. I was done. And plant medicine came into my life and saved my life. And so I replicated what happened to me in Costa Rica at a gorgeous place called Rythmia. And what we do here is metaphysical teachings, plus plant medicine, plus yoga, plus transformational breath work, plus organic food, plus a beautiful spa, plus all kinds of things in one place. And we do it in a week program called the Rythmia Way. And the thing that makes us unique is this: out of 100 people, 93 self-report electronically that they had a life-changing miracle during their stay. And that is the truth and no bullshit. And 9 months later in surveys, that miracle is still in their life. And 97% of the people that have been here say that this week here changed their life forever. So you're saying, okay, so what does that mean? How change? Hey guys, they're coming next week. Hi guys, Jen. Hey, hey Adam. What does this mean, changing their life forever? Well, we have a particular set of beliefs. We believe here, and this is because I saw this on plant medicine, that from the time you're born, conceived till about 5 years old, something happens in your life and you split from yourself, still within your aura, but you split from your soul. And this split that happens does a couple things. It says to your mind that I'm not enough, number one. Number two, that as a result of being split, all disease, all addictions, all disorders, and all sadness come from this split. And once you put them back together, then disease goes away, sadness goes away, mental disorders. And I want to tell you this: we have a ton of people that have borderline personality disorder, a ton of narcissistic personality disorder, a ton of bipolar, a ton of all that shit. And they come in here, and within a week, it's gone. And that's the truth. A week, it's gone. And you say, well, how can you say that? And I can tell you, I can say it because I've been doing this, and I see it week in and week out. And I want to say hi to someone special. My mom's out there, and I hope, Mom, if you're there, let me know. And when I say that, my mom's 86. If I say let me know, she's probably in the house flicking the lights right now to let me know. And she doesn't get it. But Mom, I know you're there. I know you're there. And I want to say hi to Brandy. Hey, Brandy, how are you? And what's wrong with my nose? Too much ketamine. Huh, Garrett? No, I don't use ketamine, brother. Sorry. It's just a bad nose. And I want to say hi to my wife, Brandy, because she's wondering what's going on down here. I haven't seen her in a while. I love you, Brandy. I wish you were down here. So we specialize in this thing of putting people back together, to putting them back together. And we find that when you do put people back together, that all disease, all addictions, all disorders, and all sadness tend to go away. No problem, Garrett. Thank you for the sense of humor, too. tend to go away. And the change that happens in people's lives, and I'm going to tell you, this is what's crazy. We have 70 people here this week, and about 68 of them will report that they had this miracle while they're here. We had Greg Braden here. He's dynamite. Last week I had Michael Bernard Beckwith here. Greg Braden. Dr. Mercola's coming this week. I'm trying to think last couple of weeks. But these amazing thought leaders. Graham Hancock, Gabor Mate. Like the thing, they come and they see this happen, and it really, 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 it really works wonderfully. It works wonderfully, this thing that we do. So I want to talk to you, and we want to introduce you to someone who's gone through this program this week. And I want to tell you something first. If you're thinking about coming here, we've been booked out for the past 4 weeks, and we're probably booked out. I know we're booked out this week and next week. So time is of the essence. So please try to book in. If you're thinking about coming, book ahead. Book in and try to get here. We'd love to have you. So I want to introduce someone and tell you a little bit about, but before I do that, I'd like to talk about this book. This is my book called Shit the Moon Said, a story of sex, drugs, and ayahuasca. Hey, Sven from Tel Aviv. Good to see you, Sven. This book here is a book that explains about why Rythmia Life Advancement Center is here, and about my little journey and what happened on my way. So, but first I want to introduce you to a friend. Come here, Steph. And please, now this is my friend Stephanie. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, now it's not too often that I get a chance to have someone that's been here and then come back again. So this is super, super interesting. So the first thing I want to do is say hi, but I want to ask you, where do you live?
In Orlando.
And where are you from?
Originally North Carolina.
And then lived in Pittsburgh for a while?
A little while.
A little while. And
now back in Orlando.
And what do you do for a living?
I left my last job at the end of June, but I was a program manager at a very large tech company.
Okay, cool. And what tell me about your life before you met us. What was like going on? What were you were working at a tech company?
Yeah.
And you were doing what?
I have a beautiful family. I have great friends. I had a wonderful job that I enjoyed, but I was stuck. I was bored with life, and
Okay.
I was like, everything was.
But you were a spiritual person.
Yeah,
you were a
yeah.
meditator.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
a heavy meditator.
did you belong to a church, or were you not religious? Tell me what you were.
No, just had my own spiritual connection to the divine. I wasn't. I didn't belong to a church or anything. I had other teachers. I mean, teachers like Greg Braden that I communicated with and stuff. And so I was doing okay, but I knew that there was something missing. Like I just felt like there was something that I needed to.
Okay, so now you knew there was something else in the puzzle there, right? Mm-hmm. And so you started looking for places to go. And tell me about your search.
Yeah, so I asked Source, what's next for me? Because my spiritual practice had kind of just been so even. Like I wasn't growing, and I knew I wasn't growing, and I knew that I was supposed to be. And so I asked Source, what am I supposed to do? And I started seeing Aya everywhere.
Ayahuasca, everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, like everywhere. I was just, I don't know. It was, like, every time I turn around, I'd see Aya. And so I started asking more questions, which is, how Source works. You ask the questions and you get the answer. So well, what about it? Because I knew what it was, but I didn't know the details. And so just like crazy stuff would happen. I'd go on Amazon and they would recommend a book, and it would be about ayahuasca, and I was like, okay. And so I would read, and then I'd say, okay, well, where am I supposed to go? Because I was still had some safety issues. So I wasn't going to hike into the jungle by myself, right? And that's what I thought I had to do. And I was
you still have some safety issues. So I would talk. So what do you say like a safety issue is? That you just felt a little afraid?
Unsafe in the in my environment.
Okay.
So I wasn't, at the time, I wasn't traveling alone or taking big chances in my life.
Okay.
that kind of thing.
So I want to jump to it. So some way you found Rythmia.
Right.
And
Yeah.
how was it? Just on the internet search?
Yeah, so, well, no, so I said, when I decided I wanted to do it, I said, well, where should I go? And that's when, on Facebook, in my newsfeed, Reality of Truth came to the top of my newsfeed.
The movie, The Reality of Truth. I suggest anybody who's out there is going to consider doing plant medicine to at least try to look at that movie, because it has an impact. So you watch the movie,
Yeah.
and then when you said
And then I booked,
you booked.
like 8 months in advance.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so then, now here's what's interesting. She's been here 4 weeks at 3 different times. But I want to talk about what happened the first time.
Okay. Yeah.
So you come here, you were late. You showed up on a Tuesday, I remember, which you're not supposed to do, but you showed up on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you started to, and then you listened to this thing, this what we believe in here, show me who I become, merge me back with my soul, and heal my heart.
Yeah.
That's the 3 steps that we use here, because they're the steps that happened to me. So night 1 comes around,
Yeah.
and before you talk about this, were you afraid of the medicine at all?
No,
Be honest.
I really
You
I
just
wasn't.
weren't afraid.
No.
Okay.
No.
So now most people out there are afraid. So you do the medicine, and tell me what happens.
I started seeing sacred geometry, and there was a healing that I'd actually had earlier in the year that was about control, and that's what I had to release before I could come here, and that's the reason why I wasn't afraid, because I'd given control over to Aya, so I knew I was going to be safe and I was going to be okay. So once we had, once the medicine and I had decided that that's what was going to happen, everything was fine, and then I started seeing pictures and getting messages, and my soul, the observer, was me. For you it was the moon. For me it was me.
Yep.
Which happens to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And she and I just started having a conversation. And by the end of the night, I had already merged. I had a contract. Yeah.
So wait. So now let's talk about this, because this is the
Yeah.
part I like. So she just said at the end of the night she already merged and she had a contract.
Yeah.
So we believe this, that when this happens, I gotta get this right. So when this happens, your soul and yourself are split, and then you come in the medicine, which is, the medicine's trying to get you to do exactly what we're trying to get you to do, and that's why you can go to a lot of places, but they don't explain to you how this thing works. And so the medicine's trying to get you to merge, and now the classes and the work, we're trying to get you to merge. And what does that look like? Tell me what yours, and tell me about the contract.
Okay, so for me, she started by telling me who I'd become, which is also part of the program, and so how brilliant I was, and how special I was, and that I was doing great. I was on the path, and I needed to just keep going. And the way to do that was to, go ahead and create this agreement. And the agreement was basically that she says when, where, why, how, always.
So what she's, because that's, if they don't, so the medicine is telling her that our deal is you're no longer in charge, and me, the medicine, is in charge, which is really your soul that is in charge.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, yes, because that's the reason why I came. So, there has been a few times since I've left that I've had to be reminded, I get deep into it, and the observer reminds me, I decide when, where, why, how. You do not decide. You just follow where you're led, and I will take you to where you need to be. And so it was first night.
Okay, so the first night she got what we call the trifecta. Usually it takes people a week to get this, but she got it the first night, and that's okay. It's great.
Yeah.
The last part of that is heal my heart. Tell me about that.
So I didn't have, that I can remember, I didn't have a specific experience that night about healing my heart, but later the next week, in ceremony with Brandy, she verified it for me.
And your heart got healed?
She verified it was healed.
Okay, good. Okay, so you got this. Did you ever have sacred surgery in any of this?
No, I've never had sacred surgery.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So now all of a sudden, this thing happens. You have a contract with yourself, and these things work in sequence. So you cannot merge back with your soul until you see who you become. And the reason is that your soul doesn't want to break with you again. So it wants to do it incomplete. So number 1 is show me who I become. Number 2 is merge me back with my soul. Number 3 is heal my heart. And this is the business that we're in. We're in the business of doing these 3 things, and we do them pretty good. We're pretty good at doing this thing. So now I want to talk about this. So your first week, you did breath work.
Yeah.
Can you tell them just a little, like, is breath work crazy?
Breath work is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's great. It's really crazy.
Uh-huh.
I knew I was going to love it, but I didn't really know how much I was going to love it. And now
It's wild. People think,
yeah.
it's breath work.
No, it's definitely one of the
This-
reasons why I keep coming back.
You get out of your body.
Yeah.
It's crazy what happens in our breath
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you're loaded with some medicine too, so
Yeah.
you have 4 days of medicine in you before you shoot out. It's
Well,
wild.
the first time I had an experience in breath work, I'd only been to one ceremony.
Ah,
Yeah, 'cause that first week.
uh-huh.
I was
missed,
late.
uh-huh.
And so that Sunday.
And isn't that
Sunday
funny?
was crazy.
Can I speak to that a second?
Sure, yeah.
So what's crazy is the medicine figures out how long you're going to be here for and acts accordingly. So she knew she only had one night with her. And so she had to do it in one night, and she did it, and that's crazy. And then the breath work weaves in. So now I want to talk about something. So at the end of your first, you were here total of 10 days, I think, the first time?
I was here for 2 full weeks, but just Tuesday to Tuesday.
Okay, so 14 days.
Yeah.
So, time to go home. We go back to Orlando, and tell me the differences in your life. Just tell me the difference between how your life felt, and then how your life felt after the merger. Not the business merger, your soul merger.
My soul merger.
Uh-huh.
It was so different. People who had seen me just weeks before were like, "You look so different. You look so different." And I said, "I am different." And it's almost like I can't even remember. It's hard to even say this is where I went from here to here. Like it was like this because that old girl, I don't even really remember her. Like, does that even make sense? Like,
Much sense.
I don't even really remember
so
her that
many
much.
people report the same thing.
Yeah.
They say, it's hard for me to remember the person I was before. And you know why they say that, the medicine says? The medicine says it's because you weren't really the person you were before. And now you're really back to the person who you are.
Right.
And tell me how different. I want to tell you, when I saw you,
I know.
did I tell you, right? When I
Yeah,
saw
the
you,
minute you saw
as
me.
soon as I saw her, I'm like, holy shit, what has been going on? And she said, oh, my life has been so good.
Yeah.
Tell.
Yeah, so it's been really great. So I left my job in June right before I came here because I knew that when I went back, everything was going to be different. And so I know that a lot of people have to, they're trying to integrate back into the same lives. But for me, my life is completely different than it was 8 months ago.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I have so much more patience and just love of life and people, and I trust myself. I trust Source.
Uh-huh. So I can tell you this. A lot of the people that are out there and that are going to see this are afraid. And they're afraid, number one, they're in a foreign country. Because that is kind of big when you think about it, like, hey, I'm going to a foreign country.
Yeah.
And do they speak English there? And
Yeah.
is this da-da-da-da? Can you speak to the people and tell them, like, what the experience is like what the place is like, what...
I was concerned, and I think my father was too, because I came by myself,
Uh-huh.
and I had not traveled internationally by myself before,
Uh-huh.
but I knew I had to come, and there's my sweet girl right there.
Hi, Deborah.
But I knew, somehow I just knew that I'd be taken care of, and this is, they get the love right for sure here.
And so, like...
Your cup runneth over when you're
Thank you
here.
for that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
practitioners, everyone is so beautiful. Like the whole staff, they're here because they want to serve, and it's just so beautiful.
And so, but being a single woman,
Yeah.
and knowing that, like, reading shit online and saying, "Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
right.
shaman rape women,"
Oh,
and da 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 da, like
No,
that's
it's-
scary for people,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
thinking, "Oh my God, I don't want to go down there." and get raped or stolen from or whatever the thing is, can you tell them like how sexually protected, like really
God,
how respectful and genuine the experience is?
Well, women know when they're not feeling safe. I mean, I don't even have to explain that
Right.
to them. You know when you walk into a room whether you're safe or not. And you are always completely safe. The shaman here are wonderful. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm going to be on medicine and now, something's going to happen to me. No. I mean, it doesn't even come into your mind because you know that you're taken care of, for sure.
And that's an important thing because bad things, if you read up online, there's bad things that are happening in the United States when it comes to plant medicine. There's bad things that are happening in Peru here and there. And so, like, I want people to know that, oh my God, that you're super, super, super safe and protected here. Another thing that people are afraid of, and you won't believe this, most people are afraid of throwing up. So now I want to talk a little bit about throwing up. And when I say to people, hey, you know what, not everybody throws up, you think, well, yeah, he's just saying that. So I'll tell you a story. You've done it. She's done the medicine 10 times, right?
13 times.
13 times.
13 times.
How many times you throw up?
Once.
Once. She's a world record holder of not throwing up. And
yeah, I'm a big yawner.
Uh-huh.
I'm huge and I'm a big yawner. Like the first time with medicine, that's all I did all night. My mouth was open. I'm just yawn all night long.
So I want to talk about this. So there are all kinds of purging. Most people just associate purging with puking and shitting. They believe that's purging. But there's yawning, there's shaking, there's sweating, there's crying, there's laughing. There's peeing, but there's all kinds. There's body pains that are forms of purging.
I get body shakes too.
You get body shakes and pain. Shakes are a big part of it. So don't think you have to throw up because she's living proof that you don't have to throw up. But when you did throw up, how did it feel?
It was good. Actually, the only time I threw up, it was Yahe night and I was coming out of Nada. And so I don't even know what it was. I have no idea what it was. I got up, I thought I had to pee. I went to the bathroom. I wasn't nauseous until I got in there.
Uh-huh.
And then I threw up like 6 times. I have no idea what it was, but I'm glad it's gone because I was like, I'm glad that's out of me, whatever it was.
Now I tell you, a lot of people are super afraid of throwing up. And I want to just talk about 2 more things because Jenny is talking about coming to Rythmia and feeling about panic attacks and things. But I want to tell you, first thing is this. We meet you at the airport, and Costa Rica's a safe country, to start with. Yeah. There's petty theft, but it's nonviolent. But that doesn't matter if you get stolen from; it still feels violent. So what we do is we meet you at the airport in our van, pick you up with our employees, and drive you here. You're in a double-gated community here, right next to. Hi, Mom. My mom's watching. Right next to the JW Marriott, one of the nicest hotels in the country, in this country, and you're just super safe. And then you get into an environment, and the environment is an environment of love. Yeah. That we have a lot of people that work here that are volunteers, and a lot of people are paid just a little bit of money to come here and work here. So everybody's doing it for the cause, and you're safe and you're held, and a lot of people, when they see people doing plant medicine, in indigenous cultures, sometimes they'll take you into the woods and do plant medicine with you and just leave you alone, and you go through it all yourself. And here we really, really, really assist people. We hold you and we walk every step, and so if the next day you're not feeling good, we're right there, and every morning making sure that people are feeling good. And this is different too because I'm worried about my fear of doing it. I'm worried my fear of doing it. No. So here's my thoughts on this, Megan. She has a great question. Your fear of doing the Aya does not take away from it. Here's the gift in this. When you feel the medicine start to take hold, if you trust the medicine, the experience even gets better. So don't worry about complete.
Yeah.
Talk about this. So
that's
what does this mean? Surrender to the medicine.
That's what I tell newbies when I come back and I'm with the new people, and when they find out that I'm returning, they always want to talk to me, especially the first night, because everyone's freaked out. And I keep telling them, I'm like, you do not have to worry. You do not have to worry. I said, just surrender. The more you fight it, the worse it will be for you. You know, if you just surrender,
It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
So let's talk about that. So in taking the medicine, surrender is such a super important. So I always tell people a couple of things. That when you're taking the medicine, the number one thing is this, is that you go to the thing that's hardest. So if the medicine shows you a unicorn, a rainbow, in your creepy neighbor from when you were 9 years old, go to the creepy neighbor, because that's in your psyche. And this thing here is about cleaning the psyche. It's about going to your shadow side. It's the darkness is what we're trying to shine light on. So I say to go to that. And then if it gets hairy or tough, to immediately breathe. Most people go like this.
Yeah.
And they stop breathing.
Breathe
So the
is
first thing is breathe. The second thing is soften your body, because your tendency is to tighten up. And the third thing is to smile. And if you do that, it just changes the experience and just projects the experience in a beautiful way. Now, can I say
I'm glad
this?
you said breathe, because that's the first time I saw Aya. Was beautiful Sarah came over to me during the ceremony, and I wasn't breathing, and I looked up at her and she said, breathe into your heart, and I saw a snake over her face, and that was the first time I saw Aya was
As the snake.
beautiful,
Yeah, the mother
beautiful
of the snake.
Sarah, and
Yeah.
she had come over and she said, breathe into your heart, and the minute I did, she was satisfied and she walked away.
I want to say something. Victoria says, is it necessary to keep going back? I want to explain this to you because this is important to me. 60% of the people do the medicine, never come back, and are changed for life. We survey these people at 3, 6, and 9 months, and they're changed for life, and they've done enough. There's a certain amount of seekers that want more. They want to go deeper. They want to understand more, and those folks come back repeatedly. And I hope you come back. Are you coming back again?
Yeah, I'll be
When?
here in May.
All right, rock on. I want to see you in May. But the thing, let's say this, in an experience with the medicine. So what's different with us is you have these metaphysical classes in the day, and then in the evening you have the medicine journey. So our average one, our regular week, is 4 medicine journeys in the night, and 3 breathwork journeys if you're staying for a whole 7 nights. And they work in conjunction with each other. But I want to say this. Were you ever scared with, you can absolutely surf, Jared. We're right down the street. It's about an 11-minute walk to the water, or a 2.5-minute drive. I want to speak to this. So at any of the nights when you were on the medicine, did you feel afraid, scared in a journey? Did you see some shit and go, oh, I don't want to see this?
Yeah, initially. It didn't last very long.
Okay, and tell me about that a little bit.
So, if I didn't understand something, that's when I get afraid, is when I don't understand. I don't usually see scary visions. For me, it's like if I'm not getting if I'm not understanding something for some reason, that's what's really scary for me. So if I see like a cloud of darkness coming towards me and I don't understand it, then I'd be like, what is that? But like you were saying,
would you ask it? I don't understand this.
Or run into it.
Run into it.
Yeah.
Boom.
So the
That's
minute
the answer.
Yeah. So the minute you do that, then it's just like it goes away, or whatever it was.
Or
supposed to
it will
reveal to
explain
you.
it.
Yeah.
So you can't run from it.
No.
You have to run to
Surrender.
it. Surrender, run to it.
Yeah.
So Molly has a question. Jerry, what do you say to all the people like myself who has been searching but never quite healed themselves, but suddenly they learn about plant medicine? I would say the sooner that you can get to do the plant medicine, the better. How can others heal, and will the world be given this opportunity, i.e. the poor and the disabled? Here's what we can do. And I'll tell you this opening the center has cost me personally over $10 million of my own money. And we lose about $1 million a year, about $1.4 million a year to be exact. And so it's kind of like a form of charity for me, but it can't be that way for long. Eventually we have to make money. We're getting full all the time, so eventually we will. But what we're going to start a scholarship program where we send 3 to 4 people a week through the program, and that's going to start probably in 4 months. And so, I mean, that's how we're doing. What is the best thing to wear? I hope that answered your question. What is the best thing to wear for ceremony? Something loose, because when you have to go to the bathroom, you have to go quick. So you don't want a combination safe or anything around your stomach. You got to get it down quick. So that's the. Can you come Sunday to Friday, or is it necessary? Chuck, you have to do 7 days because we have a license, a medical license. In that license, this is a protocol within that license, and the license is a 7-day license. But thanks. Thank you for helping the world. Come back to Souls, Jerry. Is this for addictions only? Not at all. Not at all. We have a license to do addictions, and most people are addicted to something, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether it's shopping or their children or yoga or whatever. People form these addictions to keep their mind off the fact that they split. This is the whole thing behind it. So no, it's not for addictions only. And like I said, we see things here every week that get healed. Bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, attachment disorder, all kinds of things. And just for people who are in the spiritual life that hit a roadblock, this is the best thing in the world because it pops you through to the other side. Any other questions? If we have questions, I'll tell you if there's questions, I'll answer them later today. And I will go back into these questions and answer each one of them. I want to tell you, please do us a favor and do yourself a favor too. Call this number 866-936-9446 and they will answer any questions you have about the medicine. Tell us about Aya, i.e. the snake, i.e. she. Yeah, she's a her, and she's a snake. It's crazy.
Oh, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I'm not ready yet. Okay, now listen to this. For the people that are not ready, does it heal physical problems? It depends on the physical problems, but about 80% of the people that come here experience something called sacred surgery or celestial surgery, and that's where something comes into them and operates on them and heals them. And we're gonna tell you guys how to apply for the scholarship when that program starts, and it's about 3 to 4 months away. But we always do what we say we're going to do, and we're going to do that. I want you to please call. Does it work with grief? Absolutely, positively. It's the best thing. I'm going to tell you something. And I say this, and I say it in the boldest way. You know, when people walk out of here, and I see people come here all the time, and they tell me in private that they were on the verge of killing themselves. I was on my last leg. I drank my last bottle of this. I did this. I was done with my life. And they walk out of here, what do these people like? And it's not just her. You know, she was super well prepared. She did a ton of work. And she made up her mind before she came here that this was going to change her life. She told me that right before. Is that true or not?
That's true.
Okay. And did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this week, I had a girl here. Our youngest, I'd say, was 22. And our oldest, I would say, is 70-some. Yeah. So that's a 50-year difference in age. And from all walks of life, and I'm going to tell you, they come here and they look scared. And they walk away from here. When I tell you they leave tap dancing, and it sticks. This is the thing that stays with you. I asked the medicine how long it lasts. And she said, she types to me, she said, Jerry, not even death will take it away. So this is something that you can really keep, and it's yours, and it's yours, and it's yours forever. And hi, Brandy. Brandy Powell's there. Hi, Brand. She comes very late to everything for me. So
she knows you got it.
Yeah, I know. She's come very late. She's always late. Anyway, so please today, if you have any questions, call this number. And listen, this book is now for sale. This book is for sale. Sorry about that. This book is for sale on Amazon. And we urge you to get this book. It's really fantastic. No, please get the book, and please call this number. And I want to tell you, I want to say this with caution. Call this number, and I swear to you, because this is done electronically. So when people leave, they report electronically about what happened during their stay. And the people that are saying they got this miracle, this trifecta, this who have I become, merging back with my soul and heal my heart. That 93%, 93 out of 100, it really happened. and it's really theirs, and it really sticks and it really stays. One issue is we only have room for about 80 people. And when Brady and I started this in 2016 was our first week, and I think we had 7 people here for the week. The first time you were here, how many people were here? 20?
About 28.
About 28. And that's a year ago.
It was 8 months ago.
8 months ago. So we went from 7 people to about 30 people to about 80 people in 2 years. So we're constantly getting booked out. I'm urging you, if you think you can come, call ahead and book it. And then Spirit finds a way to make that happen for you.
Yeah, you have to say yes.
You have to say yes, and that I don't mean just with money. Like, I mean with work, with children, with what everything paves the road once you decide. And here's the other crazy part. You make the phone call, your higher self knows that you're coming, and the synchronicities start happening in your life, and everybody talks about it when they get here, how everything changed when they made that phone call. And I'm asking you, hey Nikos, what's up, buddy? I'm asking you to really do this. And if you know someone that could really benefit from this, please share this thing, share this, and share the book, and give the book away, because I can tell you, it's saving lives. And I don't mean that in like some trumped up way. Brandy and I did this, and she's in the United States. I'm down here. We're out $10 million, and we're doing this because it's changing lives. And when I tell you it's changing lives in a huge way. And these people would not be coming, like the Greg Bradens, the Dr. Mercolas, the Michael Beckwiths, Foster and Kimberly Gamble, Bruce Lipton's, like all these people that are coming here, Graham Hancock's, Gabor Mate's, to go through these. What was the book? The book is called, I keep getting that wrong, Shit the Moon Said, and it's available on Amazon. Isn't it funny how I have to flip this screen because the phone number, and I keep going to the wrong side. It's available on Amazon. Please, get a copy of the book and share it. And anybody who's coming down here, I'm dying to see you, and we want to change lives. And this is I said today in that thing in the closing talk, I said, I thank everybody because it's given me the most beautiful job in the world. I never had something that made me happy like this. I got the best job in the whole world, and I'm so proud and humbled to be humbled by doing this work. I'm the last guy in the world who I thought would ever be doing this work, and we're doing it, and we're doing the best we can in it. So please, by all means, please come. Please call this number. Please share this broadcast, and if it helps someone, it helps someone, because when they get here, nobody leaves here and says, "I wish I didn't come here." This is a life-changing week. So please share this with someone. Please come here, and really, 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 it'll change your life. I swear to you. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Maria. I can't wait to see you guys. I know you're all coming. So we're here for you. Thank you, love you. You're a warrior. You keep doing the hard work, and you're beautiful. And you keep rocking it, and it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye now. Get a copy of that book.